Hi, welcome to the Health Information Systems Symposium here in Orlando. I'm Des Blanchfield. I have the pleasure of being joined by Corey Centen, the founder and CTO of Bodyport. Hi Corey, how are you?
Great, I'm doing well.
Thanks so much for making time to catch up with me. Now, for viewers who may not know you and your organization, could you perhaps just do a quick intro to yourself and Bodyport and what Bodyport does?
Absolutely. So at Bodyport, we're building a connected weigh scale product, but unlike a conventional weigh scale, we can measure cardiovascular function in the same 10 seconds that you would weigh yourself. Wow. So this is really an effective remote monitoring tool that takes a lot of the parameters, the metrics that you typically measure in hospital or clinic around heart health and brings them into the home.
Right. Now the stand's actually, the smart scale's on the stand here with the AT&T Business booth. Now just explain to me how it goes about collecting that data. So I jump on your smart scale from Bodyport, and I understand it actually collects all that information it needs when it's taking your weight directly through your feet.
That's correct. So it's as simple as taking your weight. The product functions exactly the same as a typical weigh scale, but unlike a weigh scale, once again, we measure 3 cardiovascular signals all through the feet.
Right.
So we can measure both the electrical and mechanical function of the heart in that same simple 10-second process.
Wow. Now, I've never actually seen a smart scale do anything beyond just picking up my weight and other things, and at best I can put a memory store in there and have 2 or 3 members of the family. This seems to be a significant key differentiator you brought into the industry with not just collecting weight and weight data over time, but also cardiovascular monitoring. What brought that about?
Yeah, so I have some experience in the medical device industry, specifically on the very reactive side of cardiovascular care.
Right.
So previously founded a company that was developing a technology that would assist in delivering high quality chest compressions during CPR.
Wow.
So really faced with seeing these types of technologies go into practice often at what would be the last seconds or minutes of somebody's life. And it really dawned on me that we could take the types of diagnostic technologies, the types of things that we were building at that company and move them much earlier in the disease process when they could have a much larger impact.
And I guess that's really the key point here, isn't it? That what you've been able to do as a key differentiator is that you're collecting data over time, you're able to do analytics and analysis into that, monitor real time if I'm potentially about to have a problem, but also I imagine that you're using machine learning of some form to do predictive analysis and tell me what might happen.
Absolutely, that's correct. So one of the real benefits of the scale form factor is we can get these high quality data points over a longitudinal time period.
Right.
And so we do use machine learning to really build a baseline of somebody's health over time. That allows us to look at changes in the health relative to themselves, to that individual, and pick out the very small subtle deviations that are the precursors to disease.
Right, and I guess another thing that really strikes me is when I had a look at the demo on the other side of the booth here, what really jumped out at me was that we're shifting from that reactive part of dealing with cardiovascular disease to that predictive, and I guess getting ahead of the curve, knowing that it's coming, we can be preventative more than anything, I guess, as opposed to reactive, is that right?
That's exactly right. So that's really the focus at Bodyport, is transitioning a lot of the technology, a lot of the practices we currently have to go into hospital to partake in, into the comfort of somebody's home, and doing it much earlier. That shift from reactive to preventive is really a shift from hospital to home. So the locus of care is really shifting here.
And I guess over time, the experience that I have as someone who's potentially going to have a heart issue of some form is that I'm ahead of the curve, I can deal with it, it's probably going to cost me less invasive surgery, and far less incident of death and life loss, I guess.
Right. Cardiovascular disease is largely preventable, and the earlier that you can pick up those signs, the more simple the treatment is.
Now there's a connected device. You're leveraging AT&T's infrastructure, particularly with the LTE-M, the protocol designed over LTE for IoT type devices, so small amounts of data, high-speed throughput, low data packet size. Tell us about how that relationship came about and what key benefits you're gaining from not just the technology of LTE-M from AT&T, but also the business relationship.
Yeah, so we decided on LTE-M for a number of reasons. One is that a very low power consumption for a cellular technology, which really enables, especially in a scale device where you want to have that very long battery life. We have about a year battery life with our device. It enables that. It also has very wide indoor penetration. So for a device where you might have somebody putting it in the bathroom, in the house, LTE-M is a fantastic technology. The reason that we started a relationship with AT&T is they were one of the pioneers in really rolling this out in North America.
Gotcha.
They have a wonderful infrastructure. They were great in rolling that out quickly. And quite frankly, the healthcare team has been fabulous. So they've been a wonderful partner to us as a startup health tech company.
Well, that's actually, that makes me, I guess, want to ask you the next question. That is, as a startup or as a new organization, having to build that infrastructure for yourself is almost impossible. It seems to me that leveraging the relationship with the likes of AT&T Business allows you to plug into the capability they've got with the network, the infrastructure, the security, the connectivity, all the professional services, the technology, and plus their ecosystem as a whole and the client base, I guess.
Absolutely, it's been wonderful for us to have a partner like AT&T. As you mentioned, really leveraging that infrastructure has allowed us to hit the ground running. From the day one where we're running these devices in pilots with leading hospitals to rolling out more broadly to our larger consumer base.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on a great product, and really exciting to see your product here on the floor at the booth at AT&T with the HIMSS 19 event, and behind us people are jumping on and off and waving their arms excitedly, which we can't see on camera. Look forward to seeing what's coming out of your organization in 6 to 12 months, and I'm sure I'm going to be ordering one online real soon. Thanks for making time to catch up with me, and hopefully we'll have you on a podcast or something soon.
Sounds great. Fantastic. It was great chatting with you today.
Thank you very much. Well, folks, with that we'll wrap up. Some great insights from Corey, founder and CEO of Bodyport, and their intelligent connected scale. And we'll see you in the next video. I'm Des Blanchfield here at the Health Information Systems Symposium in Orlando 2019. Thanks for joining us.